as a freelance writer or copywriter, content writer, SEO writer, email writer, how do you win high-paying clients in 2024? So many things have changed recently about finding and winning and landing, building clients for you. So I'm going to share with you the new way to land high-paying clients because it is slightly different than even last year and the year before. There are additional requirements that I'm noticing that I want to help you with and let you be aware of so that you can make a good, solid plan when you start your freelance writing business. And just to let you know, I do have a free business planner for writers that you can download for free. Go ahead, get the book, start writing in it after you watch this video. All right, the first step to winning high-paying clients is specialization. This is more prominent than ever before because there is an influx of new freelancers and freelance writers and copywriters out there. You need to find a way to stand out, and you can easily do that by the experience that you have in your job or in your personal life to specialize. This is also called your freelance writing niche. And what I suggest is to dabble in a couple of niches in the beginning to see what you like. As someone who's brand new to freelance writing, I didn't know what I knew. I was a parent, so I thought, well, I can write about parenting topics. I love natural health, so that I could write about natural health. And I had experience with children with autism. So education was another area that I was looking into. I spent the first bit of time, I'd say probably the first couple weeks, just really scouring the internet, finding these topics online, seeing if there are contributors, writers, if they were, had author bios to say that I'm a freelance writer and I've been a parent writer for 10 years. I was looking for those markers to see if this is a viable niche. Over time, the thing that I realized was when I was marketing my business and reading about marketing my business online, I loved learning about it. I loved reading about it and I loved applying it. So then I realized, hey, maybe digital marketing might be a good niche for me. And that's how I ended up finding most of my clients that were high paying because I specialized and honed in on one topic. All right. So I always say with brand new writers, if you don't know your niche, then you need to explore different niches so that the niche can reveal itself to you. Okay. If you already have an idea and you can specialize right away out the gate, then do that and build up all your branding materials with that specialized topic, industry, service. Okay, those are the areas where you can specialize in. So the topic, it could be natural health for moms. That could be very niche down. It could be sustainability for hotels, for the hotel industry. Okay, it could be niche down to that. It could be tech-related content for merchants. Okay. Again, specialization by finding that topic. And the service could be the type of writing that you do. Maybe you want to focus on case study writing. Maybe you want to focus on SEO long form writing or maybe email writing. Okay, there's lots of different types of writing deliverables that you can give to clients and that can offer as your service. For the longest time, I was offering a couple of different writing services, article writing, SEO writing. I did blog writing. I consider that different. I was just trying different things in the beginning to see what landed. And over time, I refined, and specialized in SEO long form writing. So that's what I mean when you specialize in a topic. If you don't know about that topic, but you want to learn, like I did with digital marketing, then you're going to spend the time learning about the audience of that industry or topic. You're going to learn about the type of content and the businesses that are associated with that topic. Okay, that's what I did when I learned about digital marketing. I first found the blogs that talked about it, like the Content Marketing Institute. I looked at the author bios. I saw what companies they had. I started looking around lots of different blogs and businesses that wrote a lot of blogs. And that's how I landed like my client with Blogging Wizard. So I was networking, getting to know other people in that industry. Now, the next thing to win high-paying clients is new. It is new because it is practically required nowadays for new freelance writers and copywriters. And what that is skill adaptation. You're going to have to be willing willing to learn new skills on top of your writing, because writing isn't just for the sake of writing. Because you were a good college student or high school student and you got A's in all your essays, that's not the type of writing that we do online. We don't do personal essays or personal opinions. Okay? It's a stylized form of writing, which is a skill in and of itself, which is content writing. Okay, on top of content writing, there are aspects infused like SEO writing is in content writing. Okay, copywriting is in content writing. These are skills that you need to learn on top of the writing. And then as you become a freelance writer online, you will start using different tools. And those are advantageous for you to learn and to incorporate into your workflow. So WordPress, for example, was one of the first tools that I had to learn. It was a struggle. It took me a long time to feel confident in writing about WordPress when my clients asked me. A client is currently asking me to write about a tool that I've never used, and I'm very hesitant to write about it because I know it's going to take me a very long time to learn that tool, to watch YouTube videos, to read blog posts from other people, to find other people that talk about that tool and use it in their work plan or workflow or whatever it is for their business. And I don't have that time. Okay. I know that it could be advantageous overall, but I don't have that time right now as a professional writer. But you, as a brand new writer, you have that time to dedicate to your clients or to your industry and niche to learn these skills. So WordPress is one of them. A project management tool using something like Trello. I learned Trello early on to help me with my workflow as a blogger and content creator and freelancer. A client introduced me to Asana. So Asana is probably one of the main tools that a lot of clients and businesses are starting to use, right? So these are tools that you should probably become familiar with. I am trying to learn Notion on the side here. So in case a client asks me either to write about Notion or that they're using Notion in some capacity. I am learning these tools because I want to grow as a writer, okay? And that's what you need to do right off the gate. As a freelance writer that's new, learn about content writing, infuse that SEO, infuse some copywriting, then start learning the tools. WordPress, project management, you need to manage your clients eventually, so why not learn a project management tool, right? It only fits in your business. Other ones might be, maybe drilling down into SEO and getting an SEO tool, for example, and learning how to use SEMrush or other SEO tools that are out there. You might want to start an email list because you want to learn about that tool in case clients might ask you to write about it, or you want to start building your personal brand. I recently landed a client with Beehive and they encouraged me to use their tool. Now, with any new client that I write for, most of them are tool-based. I am going to start using them. My other client, WAP, I did start using their course platform or their digital product platform to get to know how to use WAP so that I can write about it in my content. So for example, let's look at Beehive. When I signed up, one of the first things I had to do was to create my landing page. This was the most difficult out of all the steps because it is geared for content creators that don't know much about tech. I unfortunately know a little bit about it, so it just limited my capabilities. But just like a website, this is also another tool to help you understand. And it breaks these down to logos and identity. So I can upload my logo here that I made, again, using another tool called Canva. Okay, so that came in handy. Global colors, I can play around with the colors that I had here. Okay, for my primary color, secondary color, and these are things that you can play around. Okay, background color, some landing pages that are these, that's what this is called, a landing page, are all black. So I want it to be white for me and my text color. So I can play around with the colors. Same thing with a WordPress blog. They have a section for that as well, and the typography as well, changing the font if I wanted to. Or I could just keep it as is, make sure to write what I want. So in my hero section, I can upload an image behind that. I can change my headline here, my body here. Okay, so those are the things that I want to work on. One of the things that I struggled with was trying to put my name here because it just said LinkedIn Accelerate Newsletter. So again, I'm still learning Beehive and learning how to use it and work with it. Now I can post on it. I can figure out how to do that. And I've been working with that. And because I'm learning this tool, I can write better content for my client. Because I'm learning Canva, for example, I can create graphics for them if they need be. I can create videos if I want to. In my latest content piece for Beehive, I created a GIF. I learned how to create a GIF for this client. That's another skill that I'm learning. Okay. So as you grow as a freelance writer, I hope you are wanting to adapt as much as possible and learn as much as possible. It's important to have these skill sets with you so that you can become the writer for businesses. Now, whereas in 2023, I said it's not a requirement, I honestly believe nowadays it's becoming more and more of a requirement, at least to learn WordPress, at least to know some aspects of SEO and copywriting. Those are the big things. And then understanding a project management tool. If it's not Asana, then it's Trello, it's something else. You can still adapt. I told my client I didn't know Asana, but I'm willing to learn. It's that willingness to learn. And so now I'm learning how to use Asana, which I like now. Now, if you're interested in starting a newsletter with Beehive just to understand the tool, maybe you want to start growing your own personal audience, this is LinkedIn tips. So I decided to start a newsletter just with LinkedIn tips. If you want to start a newsletter with just maybe you want to plan your journey as a freelance writer, I think a lot of people would like to subscribe to your newsletter if it's sort of like my journey to getting to 10,000 a month or my journey to becoming a, well-renowned copywriter. And those are the posts that you're going to give to your audience. You can build a nice following. And that's something that I'm going to talk about later on in this plan to win high-paying clients. But I encourage you to start maybe something with Beehive. It's super easy. And I do have a special link for you to use if you want to get started with Beehive. So I'll leave the link in the comments below so that you can get started for free. The next thing you need to win these high-paying clients that will pay you like thousands of dollars per blog post or per article, per sales page, per email is the confidence in your rates. Okay. But as a new freelance writer, anxiety, frustration, uncertainty are huge emotions around your rate. My suggestion is to start at a base level, and that's between 10 and 12 cents a word. Some new writers can go up to 15 cents a word. And that's their base, and they're comfortable with 15 cents a word clients, and then they'll slowly increase up to 20 cents a word. And that's where they're hovering between 15 and 20 cents a word. It's all up to you for your end goal. If you want to generally make $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, then you have to reverse engineer how many projects you need at what rate you need at that. So if you're going to do 10 cents a word, you're going to have to write a lot or write very long blog posts at 10 cents a word. Okay, to fulfill that quota. For me, I would have to up my rate because I don't have the time. But if you have the time and you're willing to learn, then you can start at the 10 cents a rate. Clients that are wanting 1,500 words, that's 150. If you write a blog post every day at that rate, then that's 1,000 a week. So again, it's writing consistently every day for, one client, multiple clients. Okay, so you can figure that out of what you want to charge. But if I was starting now, I would definitely charge like 12 cents a word. Like I would just go from there and quickly try to move up to 15 cents a word to make it worth my while. Okay. What you can also do is if you find a knack for getting at least a response back from your pitch, from potential leads saying, hey, what's your rate? This is promising. If you have many of those, then you can pick and choose. Say, okay, I'm going to ask for this rate. I'm going to ask for this rate. I'm going to ask for an outrageous rate for this client and see what happens. You might be surprised because this has happened to me before where I have just, thrown some outrageous number and the client bit. And I was like, oh, okay. So it does happen. The next thing is persistence in following up. You're not going to win those high-paying clients if you're not persistent. So if you come back with a rate and you don't hear from them for 2 or 3 days, follow up sooner than later. Okay, this is not your traditional follow-up process if you just send a pitch and you hear nothing back and so you just follow up a week later. No, if you've already gotten a bite, you need to nurture that and be persistent. So that's what I mean by the follow-up. Have a system of following up and be persistent in that. This next thing is critical. I do talk about it in Write Your Way to First 1K, but I think it's more important than ever now in 2024. And that is using different ways online to get known. You have to put yourself out there. I don't think it's enough just to have a Facebook page or just a website and a LinkedIn profile, and that's it. Like, I don't think that's enough. I think you need to do more and market more, especially in the beginning. Give yourself, let's say 3 months, 90 days to do these things to get yourself out there. So that could be guest posting. Spend a day finding all the sites to guest post and send your pitches. Get on social media. Get a LinkedIn, get an X, get an Instagram, a Facebook page. Get on all the socials as you can and start developing a plan to post, repurpose whatever you need to stay active on those platforms. Consider getting on Medium. I think getting on Medium too is somewhat critical because your name will show up in Google when you write about topics. So for example, if you're researching different types of copywriting clients to know or understand, I am here in Medium right here. Okay. So it's advantageous for you to have a sort of this footprint on Google when people are searching for ideas that they come to you. Okay. Now I'm writing about freelancing topics because I want to build my personal brand, but I can also write about SEO topics, digital marketing topics, and see if I can get into Google that way too, because it'll have my name to it. So Medium is a good arm of your business. And then another thing that you consider doing is getting interviewed. All right. On LinkedIn, I do a lot of networking. I comment on other freelancers' posts. And this is what happened with Jessica Walrack. I saw her post. I really liked what she was saying. I commented on her post and she DM'd me and say, hey, I have a freelance spotlight series on my blog. I'd love to interview you. And I said, sure, why not? Right. So here, 10 questions with Elna Kane. Again, this is just another way to grow my personal brand and get my name out there on Google. So all of this helps me. So these are things that you should probably start doing and make it a plan within that 90 days. Now, you don't need to secure an interview right away, but I mean, it could be at the end of the year 2. That could be your goal, to get on more podcasts, to get on more interviews. That could be a goal in year 2. Okay, as long as you have a plan for that. To win high-paying clients, you need to know where to look for these high-paying clients, right? Like, where are they hiding? What's going on here? I can assure you that high-paying clients are everywhere. You will find high-paying clients on Upwork. You will find high-paying clients on job boards, okay? You will find them on X, on Instagram, on Facebook. You'll find them because I have found clients in all of those places except Upwork. I don't use Upwork, but on other places like that I mentioned, I have found high-paying clients. But the one platform to win high-paying clients for new writers is LinkedIn. I want you to really focus on LinkedIn marketing aspect and then your job board aspect. Those are the 2 things that I want you to focus on. And I do lay that out in Write Your Way to First 1K. I do have modules on several videos on LinkedIn and modules on finding clients on LinkedIn as well, and other modules on job boards for sure to get started. So my suggestion with LinkedIn is to take your time. Okay, this profile that you see is a work in progress. I change it constantly. So take your time with all of these aspects of having your banner, having a good title, having your headshot, writing post, writing your about section, your services, adding your featured section, your experience. All of this is a work in progress. And then connecting with the right people. You know, you're connecting with not only other freelancers and copywriters out there and graphic designers and who knows what, but also the content leads, the content strategists, the SEO strategists, the CEOs, the CMOs, the COOs, all of those people you want to flood your feed with so that you're not being inundated by the bro marketers out there that are claiming that you can win clients that will pay you millions of dollars, or that you can make millions of dollars in your sleep kind of thing, right? Like, I'm not seeing those posts because I've curated a nice list here on LinkedIn so that I can start winning high paying clients. Feel free to, sign up to my LinkedIn Accelerator newsletter if you want. I'll leave a link in the comments below too. And you can start your own Beehive newsletter too, if that's what you want to do. And if you need more help, make sure to enroll in my program, Write Your Way to First 1K. This is my comprehensive program with a Facebook community where I can help you. I can hold your hand and help you through this process if you need it. Okay. So I'm there for you. So check that out if you want. And for other places to find clients, make sure you check out the best freelance platforms for writers right here. All right. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in that video.